Professor Will Steffen is among the world's most prominent researchers in Earth system science. Credited by his peers for his far-reaching contributions to understanding human impacts on the environment and for developing effective policy recommendations. He's director of the Climate Change Institute at Australian National University and advises the Australian government on environmental policy. Among his many other earlier roles, he served from 1998 to 2004 as executive director of the International Geosphere-Biosphere Program, a coordinating body of national environmental change organizations based in Stockholm. Will Steffen is at KTH today to address a seminar arranged by the university's Division of Environmental Strategies Research in cooperation with KTH Sustainability. Will, welcome back to Stockholm.
Thanks very much, Kevin.
You're credited with popularizing the term Anthropocene. Explain what that means.
Well, the term itself gives you a bit of a clue as to what it's about. The second part of the word scene refers to geological time periods, like the Pleistocene or the Eocene, terms that people have used. But the front part's the more interesting one. Anthropo refers to us humans. And basically what the term means is a new geological epoch, but one that's been driven by human activities, not by the natural world. The term was first used, I think, back in the 1980s by Eugene Stormer in the US, but it never took off. It was used again independently by Paul Crutzen, a Nobel laureate for his work on the ozone hole, in the year 2000. And there it really stuck and took off and spread. Part of the reason it stuck is that Paul was in a big international research program that was studying global change, how humans are interacting with and changing the environment at the global scale. So Anthropocene was the perfect concept, the perfect term to encapsulate a vast amount of research, not just on climate change, but on biodiversity loss, change to nitrogen and phosphorus cycles, change to the water cycle, all sorts of things that taken together suggest we're actually pushing the Earth into a new geological epoch.
You're also associated with the term planetary boundaries. What's that about?
Well, the two actually have a relationship because the Anthropocene, by its nature, the fact that we suggest it is a new geological epoch, tells us that we're leaving the one in which we developed, which is called the Holocene, the last 10 or 12,000 years. That's an important one for humanity because that's the time period during which we developed agriculture, villages, cities, contemporary civilization. So it's the only one we know for sure that humanity can thrive in. Now that we're leaving it, that raises a lot of questions about our future. And the planetary boundaries concept comes in because it's designed to look at exactly that problem and say, how can we keep the Earth in a Holocene-like state? In other words, in a state that we know we can thrive in, continue to develop, and so on. So the idea there is to look at how the Earth operates, look at not just climate, but look at the other major features of the global environment and say, how much have they changed? How much are we driving it now out of the Holocene? But importantly, where is the limit? What is the level of these various processes beyond which we should not go? Because it may trigger abrupt change, much larger changes, changes in the environment that humanity may have difficulty handling. So the idea of the Anthropocene, the concept of the Anthropocene, and the concept of the planetary boundaries go hand in hand. The first one really describes the problem, where we are now, the reasons for that problem. The second one describes what should we do about it. In other words, we should define what we call a safe operating space, a space in which humanity can continue to develop. And in my view, this is right at the basis of sustainability. If we can't achieve a stable environment at the global scale, we're not going to be able to achieve sustainability at any other scale.